Hello and welcome to another Photoshop tutorial from Plaid Dog Design. Today we're going to be looking at how to make selections based off of shadows so we can keep a lot of the stock photography today will be put on a white background, and in order to keep these shadows and in order to keep the subtle opacity changes and transparency and knock out the white, a lot of our normal selection tools aren't going to do the job because they're going to be based off of the actual pixels, and this is all on one layer, and we need to kind of separate those. So what we're going to do is we're going to just make a quick selection of our peaches here without the shadows, and I'm just going to put those on its own layer and use a mask. So what we have now is just the peaches without the shadows on our layer. Back on our original layer with the shadows, I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut because honestly I don't think there's another way to do it from the menu, but it's Command Option 2, and what that does is it loads the highlights of the image. And I don't know of a way to load the shadows. Feel free to comment if there is. But I load the highlights and then select inverse, and now I have the shadows. And again, we're just going to create a new layer, and we're going to Option Delete to fill that with black. Option Delete will fill with our foreground color. So now what we have is just the shadows of the peaches loaded up. And the last step is to take that shadows layer, put it in multiply mode, and now you can see any color we put this on, the shadows are going to keep that transparent feel and just use whatever background color we put it on. Same thing if we load a pattern, it's going to keep that nice subtle opacity difference. And that's just a quick way to keep the original shadows for a extremely realistic view, and a very quick, fast, three-step way of doing it too, rather than trying to recreate your own shadows and have it kind of hit or miss depending on, and try to maintain that light source. We're using the original light source of the photo and the original shadows and knocking it out from that white background. So there you go. I hope you will be able to use this, enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.